Guys, out trout fishing again. Let's see if we can get some. I got one on. Check her out. Whew. That's a dandy. Not bad at all. So I got my live basket today. We're gonna put it in there, and this net has once again tangled everything. That's fine. All right. I let some go the other day. Okay guys, so we're gonna move spots, but if I was gonna keep this one, I'd have to take it home because my truck's too hot. It's real sunny out, it'd go bad. So I'm gonna just let it back and hope I get one right before I go home. Guys, Ian's with me here. He had one here at this hole, but not much luck. There's been a lot of people here and it flooded. So I'm getting a picture of him real quick. It's a decent little one. That's like an air fryer trout for me.
Oh yeah.
I just stick them in the air fryer.
To be honest, Nick, how do you open this?
Just put your hand through there. There he is. We're at a new spot, and this water was up to here not long ago, so could have pushed the fish around. Could be really none in here, but we're gonna see. I bet there's at least some. I just snagged on the stump. There's a blue bottle on the one bank that I'm gonna walk to, but I'm gonna cast here for a minute. I know there's trout in here. There's one. So what is this called? Is this a horned ace? Horned ace? He did not like that. I believe that's what that is. You could see he has like little horns. Reminds me of like a Albertosaurus. I'm gonna throw him back. Okay guys, so now I'm digging into the bank of this creek. It is completely worked out. Haven't had any other trout. I'll try to get one before I go home, but this whole bank is worn out. You can see the sedimentary layers. You know, you have good soil, then you have the clay layer. It's about almost a foot deep, the clay layer is. And then you have this just gravel, dirt, rock. It's real sandy and just rock is basically what it is. So I know it has a term, but I'm just going through here and looking. In my area, I'm in western Pennsylvania. It's mainly oceanic fossils, or you know, like shallows, or it's all basically water life is mainly what's here. So I found an old piece of charcoal here, really old. I found another piece. That's about it so far. And I did find something else, but I can't find it right now. So we're just looking. I want to see if there's anything cool. Pretty cool. So this stone's very light. So this would have been a real light layer underwater. And if you look on it here, it looks like a snail shell almost. I'm not sure exactly what was in here, but I'll try to do some research on it. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Pretty cool. And I'm gonna keep looking. We'll look at them all at the end. All right guys, so I'm pretty excited. I'm probably getting my hopes up over nothing, but I just pulled out this big stone here, and what I'm thinking it is, you know, more than likely this is from like some kind of clam or something like that in a body of water. But it also looks like duck type bird foot imprints that would have been in, like, you know, wetlands or something like that. Or there used to be a lot of big swampy bodies of water. I don't know, but I'm gonna do more research on this, because it is definitely, you know, an imprint fossilized. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna look it up. There's prints all over this. That's from like a giant bivalve, I believe. And don't get me wrong, I could be completely wrong on everything, But this is definitely a piece of a body of water. And I think it's hard to say. I'm gonna do research. Now I can't remember what they call this, but this stone here, I don't know if it's called calcitized or something, but that is some kind of shell or coral possibly inside of this. And it's hard to see on this camera, but it has little tiny ridges around. So I'll do research on that. So all over, if you go anywhere near me and you just look at a lot of these rocks that lay along, you know, shores or whatever, you could see there's a huge shell imprint. And that is really what a lot of everything is. So when I find something kind of interesting like that last big rock that we had, it's cool to see. See, lots of them on here. So I'm just kind of walking up a little further now. I was kind of sitting for a while and looking. Well, you can see these layers, you know. Right there's the clay layer, and just under that we have all this gravel. So pretty cool seeing all these different types. I just want to show you this. Sometimes you find these shell fossils, and there's all different types that the shells were from. You know, I'm not real smart in this stuff, but I will show you. Is it called a bivalve? I'm not sure. Or a brachio. It's like if you get a clam, like the shell, and you put them two next to each other. That's what it looks like. And you can see this one is actually, the shell is fossilized. And that is the shell. And it's starting to wear away. It used to come to here, but it's wearing away ever since this, you know, come out of the ground. And has been working over here. So you could see where that ridge is. That was a pretty big one that sat here, but now it's fossilized. Water's cold. I want to show you guys something. So here's some burnt wood, right? Now we're at the clay level here. So I just pulled out some burnt wood. If you look here, that's tree, right? Look, I'm just dragging my finger across. I could dig right through this tree. I put my finger right through it. That tree is really old. It looks like it was burnt or just decaying. And it's been sitting down in the clay for a very long time. I don't know how long, but it's not fossilized. It's just preserved. So that sucks. Really not a lot of fossilized wood around here. But that's crazy. You know, that's a tree. You can see it goes all the way across here. And here's some wood. That's extremely old wood. So, yeah, it's just wood. It's not fossilized, but it's preserved. And it's cool to look at. Okay guys, I just walked across the creek and found some piece of white glass or milk glass, whatever you call it. And there's another piece of glass here. And if we walk right up here, another piece of glass. This is something MFG company. Not sure what that is. I'm walking on this sandbar, guys. And by the way, I don't think we have much more time left. Storm's coming. Right here laying out in the open, I see a little bottle. There's rarely little bottles like that nowadays. So whatever it is, I hope it's old, because it looks like it's complete. So we're gonna pick it up and see what it is. Wow, look at that bottle. That is a little bottle. I don't think, yeah, there's seams on it, so it's not extremely old. But it's cool. We're gonna take it and do a little research on it. There are bubbles inside of the glass. You guys can see there's bubbles in there. It's hard to see. Right there's a bubble. It means it's not perfect. So it's definitely older. Tiny little bottle. I'll clean it off. Got another jar here. I have no clue what this is. Just a little tiny jar. Very clear numbers on it. Probably not rare. well, not far up after that bottle. I left that bottle back there, the one. Right here's a piece of another one. The neck of a big jug, possibly milk jug. But right here, this is bone. And this is old bone. This is really old bone, in my opinion. I'm gonna pick it up. Maybe it is an old bone, I don't know. But you can see it is bone. You can see all the little holes in it, like the pores on the inside, or whatever they're called. And it's brown, because it's been here a while. Let me smell it. It doesn't smell like anything, so it's, I don't know. I'll have to do some research. So that little blue dot down in the water looks like some ornamental glazed pottery. And it is. Looks like it would have been for plants, because the inside was glazed like a green. Sometimes they do that on the tops. Could have been anything else though. You never know. Looks like there's like an oak leaf style on it. But found a big sandbar here. I'm gonna hunt it. There's glass all over. I'm not gonna show all of it. There's just tons of pieces of glass. But we'll see if we can find anything old on here. It's a decent sized one. I see some old brick up ahead. Starting to hear some thunder here. But just found this. This looks like a lid to something to do with tea, I'm assuming. You know, like for sugar or for a creamer. Something like that. Gold etched on there. But we're gonna leave that. Here's a piece of something. Oh. Yeah, just there's a lot of stuff like that. Like here's another piece. There's glass all over. You know, there's really no kids out here, so I'm just leaving it. But there's just pieces. There's pieces everywhere. Everywhere I look. Right here's another glazed piece. See, it's all cracked. Had some kind of picture on it. Here's another piece. This is cool. Ah, dang. Look how thick that is. That's some thick glass for a bottle. That would have been a really old bottle. If it would have been complete, that would have been cool. Here's a cool one. I don't know if you guys can see it. Here's like a 1940s era, or around there, Coca-Cola. All you can see is Oka L. That's all you can see, but you can see how thick that glass is and the tone of this glass. Sucks it is not complete though, but it's a cool little piece. All right, so I just got back across. Now the big thing is getting up out of this spot. It's gonna be a pain. I did some research on this, can't find much about it. I'm assuming it would have been a food, something, or a condiment. I would say ketchup, but that's not big enough for ketchup, is it? Maybe vinegar? I'm not sure. Really not sure. Alright, so the fossil that I thought looked like duck feet, kind of, after close inspection, to me what it looks like is some mollusk or some kind of clam or whatever imprint. But they're big. I've never seen them that big. So we're gonna try to catch some trout up this way.